I love Impact Drake. I don't know if that's been made perfectly clear by now. Yeah, I swear I don't have a problem. I really like the way that Impact Drake is designed with its four-sided attack blades, the menacing gear motif, and the inclusion of rubber for shock absorption to create powerful knockback with a huge amount of force. The only drawbacks with this blade is that the rubber can be a weakness rather than a strength, as the impact on the rubber parts can slow the blade down and shave off a lot of stamina, especially since it would fight right spin blades, so the counter rotation hurts a lot. And the rubber does get worn down to where it won't be tournament legal to use. Impact Drake is the UX line evolved form of Cobalt Drake. You know, that really nice but expensive, hard to find blade that everyone wants? So Impact Drake was what I had to make do with. The blade released in Takeratami as a starter pack that came with the string launcher, and in Hasbro, it will be released locked behind the more expensive Drop Attack Stadium set, so if your Hasbro one wears down, you gotta fork over another $60+ for a new one, those assholes.
Damn you, Hasbro!
Regardless of the problems that Impact Drake has, I still regard Impact Drake as my most favorite attack type. Sorry, Phoenix Wing. And I've spent a considerable amount of time testing so much variations of combos that could work to make this thing a killing machine. When it does have its golden moments, the resulting damage it can do is massive. I think it broke like 2 of my wizard rods, I'm starting to lose count. In my favorite attack combos video, I showed Impact Drake on 760 Low Rush as my favorite combo for Drake, and that's true. With the added bulky weight and the low height, plus the aggressive amounts of extreme dashes that Low Rush provides, it makes Impact Drake's recoil and knockback really high. So it would send most blades flying into the over or extreme zone, and even low enough for the shock absorption to cause bursting. But I do have more favorite combos that I have tried out with Impact Drake, so I'm going to show them to you. Now, as usual, please keep in mind these are not 100% guaranteed to win you the World Championships or anything. So what I found great, you might not, so I encourage you to experiment and practice to find whatever suits you. Alright, up first, Impact Drake 160 Low Rush. This is a relatively easy attack combo with the 160 providing an aggressive attack as well as burst resistance and low rush to keep Impact Drake low while allowing it to extreme dash frequently without consuming a lot of stamina. This is a very easy combo to go full aggro on your opponents and really suits the one-shot kill mechanic that Drake seems to have adapted from Dranbuster. And just like Dranbuster, if Impact Drake does not manage to finish off the opponent quickly, it can end up sleeping out in the late game. But with the combination of Drake's shock absorption provided with the aggressive nature of the 160 and Low Rush, this makes Drake a very hard hitter. Low Rush already comes with Impact Drake when you get it, and 160 you can get from practically anywhere, specifically the Dranbuster pack, the Black Keel Shark pack, Green Wizard Rod, and if you want a solid blue 160, the Lightning El Drago crossover pack. I want to get myself the 160 from the Barcelona Buster because it's got the blue and red mix. Next up, Impact Drake 460 Point. While I'm not really a fan of 460 as a ratchet, this actually suits Impact Drake very well. With the 4 contact points lining up with Drake's blades, it allows added weight to Impact Drake's hits. The sheer force of all the weight from all 4 sides would slam the opponent and cause them to be knocked out. And Point provides the added balance and speed for extreme dashes to make Drake's hits a lot harder. While the build is still prone to bursting because of the way the 460 ratchet's contacts are designed, it still makes Drake a pretty hard hitter and quick to finish off the opponent. The parts to make this isn't hard to find either. The 460 you can get like anywhere, and the point bit as well you can find anywhere as well. More precisely the Leon Claw pack, which is everywhere, so you should be able to find it easily. Next, Impact Drake 960 Rush. Similar to its stock combo, just a height return to Drake, this actually makes Drake a lot better as the blade's contact points on rubber are able to hit the opponent's blades directly and therefore be able to cause a massive force of power to send them flying. The 960 provides stability to Drake and Rush, heightening Drake by just a little bit and giving Drake the extreme dash consistently while preserving stamina. This build actually does work for me a lot of the times, but because of the speed being reduced due to Rush, it might not give the full force knockout we were looking for. However, as a counter-attacker, if it's not able to finish quickly, it still can have enough stamina to win by spin finish. 960 already comes with Impact Drake, and Rush you can get from the Hasbro Extreme Stadium, the custom set, and the Green Wand Wizard pack. Next Impact Drake combo, 560 Taper. One of the most versatile ratchets to use in this game right now is definitely 560. Not only does 560 provide a lot of burst resistance and even stamina, but its 5 contact points are designed in a way that they give very powerful hits during attacks. Impact Drake on 560 allows it to spin longer, thus mitigating the stamina issue by a little bit, and giving Impact Drake the weight power to send the shock absorption from the rubber to the opposing bay. Taper also provides Drake a wild movement around the stadium, though do be careful as this is prone to self-KOs if launched improperly. My recommendation is a slight tilt for a reverse extreme dash and stall Drake so that when the opposing blade reaches center, it can be knocked away clean. But this build is capable of being destructive while also unpredictable. The easiest way to get a 560 in Hasbro is the Leon Claw single and the Chain Incendio dual pack. Taper you can find easily in the Scythe Incendio single, and even the Red Dronzer Spiral single, and even very recently the dual pack featuring Yellow Wyvern Gale. Next up, 455 Low Rush. This is quite the interesting build that I just found insanely funny rather than competitive. It makes Impact Drake super low because the ratchet is 55mm, and Low Rush makes it even lower with extreme dashing, and at that low height, even though it is a 4-sided ratchet, it makes Impact Drake sort of protective from being ratchet sniped. Plus, the height would help Impact Drake be the ratchet sniper instead, since it can't hit primarily the opponent's ratchet, though if it is facing a blade that is tilted, then yes, this is going to burst because of the contact points, but the build itself is just really fun to mess around with. The 455 ratchet is a new part that you can get with the recently released Arc Wizard starter, or you could try to pull Rhino Reaper from the Hell's Reaper random booster. Bottom line, this is a fun ratchet sniper, but just don't take it too seriously. Shout out to MBBC for this one. This is Impact Drake 770 Rush. This build has insane amounts of recoil capable of sending the opposing blades flying into the extreme or over zones. Because Impact Drake is heavy and the protrusions on the blade and the friction buildup from Rush causes a huge amount of force to attack the opponents. The 770 height ratchet not only helps against destabilizing, but also the weight of it adds onto the weight of Impact Drake for the attacks. And I have never had any burst finishes when using this combo either, despite the 70 height. I am very sure MBBC can explain it a lot better scientifically than I can, so I recommend checking out that video for a more scientific breakdown, but bottom line, this combo has really been a very heavy hitter for me. Honestly, this has always made me torn between using this or the 760 low rush combo, because I have been getting pretty much the same results from both of them. So I think it's really a matter of consistent technique and more experimentation, since the only difference is that 770 rush has more stamina at the end, while 760 low rush goes for the instant kill. Not to mention the team comp situation where I might need to put rush on another bay on the team. Both 770 rush and 760 low rush are really my go-to combos for Impact Drake in terms of competitive viability. 770 can only be found right now in the custom set, which also has a red rush, so just picking one of those up would make you set. So that was all my Impact Drake combos. I hope you all enjoyed that. I sure do love talking about combos with you all, but let me know what your personal Impact Drake combos are in the comments down below. I'm always interested to see what you guys come up with. Support this channel by pressing the thumbs up, and give us a subscribe for more awesome Beyblade content. I've been Haru Ren, and remember, keep being serious about having fun. Bye!